Welcome back to a Balanced Body podcast. I'm your host, Chris Cosby, and each episode I will discuss a topic that can help bring balance to your body, your mind, or your soul. And some topics will actually cover both or all three, depending on what it is. I'm also an integrative health practitioner as well as an acupressure practitioner. Today's topic up for discussion is what exactly is balanced eating. Balanced eating covers both body and mind, because what you eat actually can affect your body and what you think and how you think. So how we eat definitely affects our mind. Have you ever really looked at what you eat and how much you eat? This simple task can actually be eye-opening for many people. I had to do this at the beginning of my own health journey when I worked with a naturopathic doctor. She did know that I ate well and took high quality foundational supplements, but she also wanted to see what my daily eating habits looked like, to maybe help me tweak some things or fix some things that were causing me some issues with my health. I discovered as I was doing the food journal that I actually ate more foods that turned into sugar in my body than I had realized. So that was a good thing for me, and it was eye-opening. See, the majority of our food intake should be from a wide variety of fruits and vegetables. The daily recommendation is 7 to 13 servings. And those with health ailments like chronic inflammation, basically the top diseases that people can be diagnosed with, those actually also need higher servings intake of fruits and veggies. So 18 to 20 is actually recommended for people who have chronic inflammation and disease. Sadly, we need more of these servings because the quality of our food has decreased, unfortunately, over the many years and decades. So Lord willing, we can heal and restore the soil and begin to eat less food in the future, because the food will hopefully be more nutritious. Fruits and vegetables actually get their nutrients from the soil that it is grown in. So if you have poor soil and you want to grow your own food, you can grow it in raised beds or a tower garden, which is an aeroponic system that doesn't have soil. You'll hear more about that at the end. Until you can grow in these things until your soil is actually restored, if this is needed where you live. Sorry I got off on this little rabbit trail, but I just wanted to let you know that the plants are only as healthy as the nutrients they take from the soil. So let's get back to balancing our food intake. We do need to also eat grains. Unfortunately, many diets that people follow ask you to remove grains from what you eat on a daily basis. You do need to make sure that you are eating whole grains and not bleached and enriched grains, though. There is a big difference. With whole grains, you don't need to add anything extra. But with grains that are bleached and that are not whole grains, you do need to add extra ingredients to make up for the things that were taken out. So reading the label on the package is very helpful here. And all you need is a palm full of whole grains. So if you're having bread, all you need is just a small palm full of either bread or a roll, that type of thing. So the next thing we're going to talk about as being an item that is part of a balanced eating habit is protein. Protein, it can be both veggie and meat form. So both are good for the body. It just depends on what you prefer. So let me explain this just a little bit. If you refuse to eat meat, that's no problem. That's perfectly fine. There are many people that don't like to eat meat. But you're going to need to find ways to get protein, good quality protein, into your body that is healthy for you from plants. And some plant items can actually have a lot of fillers in them. So again, please read the labels and know exactly what's in it. When it comes to eating meat, though, I highly recommend grass-fed only. Grass-fed and finished is the best option, but if that's hard to find, and it is hard to find, the next best thing is grass-fed and grain-finished. Try and get grain finished in the last couple of weeks before they go off to slaughter. And that's pretty much it. There's really no other great choices out there, to tell you the truth. Sorry, a lot of these cattle are filled with, injected with different things. So you just got to be very careful with what you're eating. So you don't want any extra health additives added to the animals. Now for the fats. Are you one to eat a lot of takeout food? I do hope not, but if you do, you can still make better choices and ask what the restaurant is cooking their food in. Some good choices to look for in restaurants: cooking with olive oil, safflower oil, avocado oil, grass-fed butter. You probably are not going to find some of these in your normal restaurants, but maybe some of the higher end ones would actually use these types of things to cook in. Tallow is now all the rage and can be found in some restaurants, so that is a plus. Fats are essential for the body for hormones, your brain, immunity, digestion, hair, skin, nails, eyes, your mood, and to help reduce cravings. So when you have fat as part of your meal, it helps you not to want to eat as much food. So please don't skip the good fats. You generally only need 1 to 2 tablespoons per day, depending on your weight. If you are looking to gain weight, you're going to need more fat in your diet to help you put on some weight. And so the goal here is to actually keep the sweets and the sugars limited. For optimal health, you do want 90% healthy eating and 10% not so healthy. And for good health, you do 80% healthy eating and 20% not so healthy. So if you do struggle to balance your health out, your eating habits, I do offer, you can visit my website. The link will be below this podcast. You can look and see the different coaching programs I offer. I do offer 2 telehealth coaching programs for people who don't live near me, and 1 in-person session for people who live in the Lake Norman area. So I just wanted to give you some basic information on what balanced eating can look like for many people. And I thank you for listening to this podcast today, and I hope you've learned something new. Till the next podcast next week, have a blessed week. Let me introduce you to the Tower Garden, the many benefits of the Tower Garden. So why would you use Tower Garden rather than any other growing method and not just plant a few seeds in the dirt? Why even garden at all when you can buy produce from the grocery store or farmer's market? Here are some benefits of gardening with the Tower Garden. Bountiful harvests. Grow plants 3 times faster. Plant yields increased by 30%. It's convenient, no digging or weeding, and pays itself for itself in 6 to 12 months. Nutrition and learning, clean and nutrient-dense food, educational resource tool if you have children. Sustainable, uses 98% less water and recycles all nutrients and water. So you know where your food comes from, and the food does taste better. So check out the Tower Garden link below if you'd like to buy one for yourself or even for your family. There have many little different sales going on, so check out my website and see if there's any sales that you would like to participate in. Have a wonderful day. Welcome to the information section, how to connect with me. You are welcome to leave a message for me on my cell phone. You are welcome to connect with me through email. I prefer the email where I can get back to you as soon as I can. There's a website for you to take a look at my offerings. I do health coaching and acupressure techniques, and I'm also on Pinterest. So I encourage you to visit my website first and foremost and to check out the services that I offer. Thank you.